Welcome back to my channel. Today I would like to start a little series about comparing the vintage Kenner Star Wars toys to the later reproduction in the 1990s from, I think it was Hasbro, but still was Kenner written on it. I think it was called Potf2 line. And some of my friends, they asked me, why is it so important for me to sometimes have the old vintage Kenner toys from the 1970s and 80s in my possession. Well, for me, I grew up with those, and they have kind of an emotional value for me. Yeah, so having now the opportunity to get some of these toys that I always wanted as a kid, or getting them again because I lost them or sold them over the years, or getting parts back for that, kind of makes me, I think, happy to relive my childhood a bit. Yeah, but for those of you who still enjoy the Kenner Star Wars toys, but say they don't want to invest too much for that, actually, I think the parts from the Power of the Force 2 line in the 1990s is actually a good alternative. Yeah, and here I would like to compare a bit some of the vehicles that were produced in the 1990s, and I would like to show you today the TIE Fighter. Yeah? TIE Fighter is a very iconic vehicle for all Star Wars movies. I would say it's very special, unusual, I would say, for me as a kid. Even I thought, like, this is not what I think of a starfighter, how it should look like. Yeah, but here we have on the right side the classical one from 1977 or 78. It's white. I'm not sure why they decided to go for white, and you see the stickers are all not really well in place anymore, and it's just stickers. Yeah, so it's flat, and the feeling there is like from far away I think it looks good, but if you go close you will see it's just flat and it's a sticker. Also there's maybe we first look inside. Yeah, there's this cockpit here which you can open to both sides, and this was I think a very great idea. They opened it here on the top because the movie does not give any hint where the pilots get in. And here's also a very cool looking figurine from the 1970s or 80s. I think 80s came out. The TIE Fighter pilot, yeah, fits well in with black suit, and you can close it here. You can also lift up the cockpit seat here and put it down again. Yeah, so this is a little bit of movement here and there. There's also some electronic, which I think doesn't work here anymore. You can, of course, I think most of you know that you can how you say that, release the panels here on the side, and as I just did that here on that one side, you can still do it and it still works. I think the other side here is maybe glued and doesn't work so much anymore. So that's maybe the weird thing, that even though it's in a not so perfect condition, I still prefer and like this vintage style one. Yeah, here's a button. There was originally, when you press on that, there was a buzzing sound, and the light here worked originally. Now it does not anymore. So that's the original TIE Fighter from 1977-78, I think it was released, and it's a fantastic toy. I had a lot of chases with that, and this explosion function was actually, I think, a horrible idea, because it broke a lot of vehicles very quickly, because we loved to explode these vehicles, yeah, when you got hit. So coming to the 1995 or 1996, 1997 version of that they I think they made it quite clever. The color, actually making it like bluish, kind of metallic, fits quite nicely to the original what you see in the movie. So I think that's not bad. You see here the cockpit window. There is they colored it gray, so it looks like there's steel holding the glass together. So that's also, I think, very, very cool. You don't have the light here anymore, if you realize that. So all the electronic was taken out. I think that was for making the toy just cheaper, or increasing the margin for the companies. But on the other side, what they did was here for the panels, they imprinted the black solar panels or whatever that is. So I think this is a cool idea because it looks really cool, and still I think for just if you just want to have this for decoration, it's it looks pretty neat, and you can have the same fun with it if you want to play with it like we had in the 1970s and 80s. You don't have the button here anymore, you don't have battery compartment here, but other than that I think it looks exactly the same. They use the same mold. You can I don't press that here now, it works on both sides. I know, yeah, the functionality is also better than from the old vehicles, because it's maybe just not that old. That's why it still works. Maybe also because the kids in the 70s and 80s were more violent with their toys, and I told you maybe before that I used my toys really as toys, and that made a lot of them broken, like in the condition that you see today. What I find very interesting here, they have a little, I don't know how you call this, something to snap in the other part of the lid here, which is actually a great idea, I think. So it will not open when you turn it around. So that's a fantastic addition they did. So they thought a little bit about that. They also have here these openings, like here they don't have that in the original version. Later they did that in the Return of the Jedi version of the TIE fighters. Here you have Power of the Force. I think Power of the Force TIE fighter pilot also looks great. I think still you cannot move the seat up and down, actually not necessary, so they reduce that, and I think it's a fantastic idea. Yeah, reducing that, adding this little clip so that you can close the lid of the hatch here. I think plus the removing the stickers and doing this bit of decoration, removing the light, also good. I'm not a big fan of these electronics in the toys. I rather like the mechanics. So this explosion function they have kept in. So that is my comparison. Actually, it's I think quite interesting. I kind of like these toys from the original mold that they enhanced a little bit in the Power of the Force 2 line. So what do you think about that? Do you still prefer and spend, I don't know, like triple the money on the original Kenner toys, or is the Power of the Force 2 line from the 1990s maybe an alternative? Yeah, because they use the same mold and look very similar. Yeah, please leave your comments, and I hope you like my videos. Thank you.